Yeah, we live. We live. Good. What's good? What's good?
What's happening? Welcome back. Another episode. Ghetto Correspondent News Networks. Hold on a second. Shit, my bad. Hold on.
What's good? What's good with y'all, man? Tap in. Tap in. Thumbs up button. All that good
I was
stuff.
wondering why I couldn't see. I done started wearing these glasses. Now I can't see shit. How you doing, fam? You good?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Don't we all? It's been an interesting week. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And shit, let's get right to the shit. So, you got anything you wanna announce beforehand, or should we just get right to it?
Nah, but if you watch this, just hit the thumbs up button, man, and subscribe to the main channel. For people who watch it, after we go live or whatever, just subscribe to the main channel, GCNN, so you get these podcasts on a weekly basis.
That's right. That's a fact. So we in the building. Let's get right to the shit. You see the topic, you see the title, you already know what time we on. Let's go. Oh my God. It's been so white people was just wilding. Let's just get straight to the shits. They was mad. Trump got them all fucking fired up, told them to go to the Capitol and protest, and it was just ugly. It was gross. It was disgusting. And they stormed the Capitol building in DC, which I don't think has ever happened.
No, I mean, I was asleep, so imagine taking a nap and then you wake up and that's the first thing you see. Like, I'm like, what? I thought they were storming the actual White House at first. I was like, hold up, I'm like, yo, that was some white nigga shit, like white niggas. They're all niggas don't have to just be exclusively black people, because that was some nigga shit right there. But speaking of niggas, the whole conversation was like, what if there was black people? What if? And I mean, I go to work with like 50-50. I got Trump supporters I work with, a few of them. They were quiet. One of my white coworkers came up to me. I didn't even have to say anything, because most of them, he was like, man, I was so embarrassed. He's like, it was y'all out there. You couldn't mix up the narrative and say, oh, black people was out there. No, I seen 3. You can talk about those 3 brothers, whenever you feel like it, but those 3 brothers that was out there fighting somebody else's fight. You know what I mean? You're fighting white supremacy's fight. That wasn't your war. That wasn't your fight to be out there. These are people who 50 years ago would have probably spit in your face. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or watch you get hang on a tree on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that. I mean, one cat was out there talking about, man, well, Trump got me a check. Trump got me right. I'm like,
did he really though?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No matter who was in office, but I mean, okay, I know they put his name on the check when you know.
Right. The black people that were there, somebody said that one of the dudes was there. He was just lost. He was looking for a stimmy.
That's what I'm saying. Stim check. I mean, you gonna come to the Capitol to get it? But I mean, you see some of the videos, somebody was trying to climb up the stairs and he fell.
Yeah.
Playing the Super Mario music in the background.
Yeah. We as black people had a field day with this shit.
Yeah.
And I was trying to look for the actual link for the video to share it, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna just keep going. But we as black people had a field day, like, because anytime that we get together and we protest and we're like, yo, Black Lives Matter, or I can't breathe, any of the shit that happened, it was always a mess. It got ugly for us. You talking tear gas, rubber bullets, regular bullets, like pepper spray, everything you could think of, they threw at us and had us retreating. But these freaking white thugs, white niggas, whatever you want to call them, they just walked into the Capitol building. Like, motherfuckers was like, well, here you go. They laid out the red carpet for them.
And then peep the terminology by the media. When Black Lives Matter was doing that, they were calling them thugs and terrorists. I have not seen the word thug or terrorist used to describe these people. They're still describing these people as just Trump supporters. And I'm like, I know a lot of Trump supporters that would never do no shit like that. This is label them who they are. These are hillbillies, rednecks, terrorists, heathens, hooligans. You know what I mean? They use those words to describe our people, and our people be out there dancing and joking around and they might sing a couple Negro spirituals and go home. The black
We
people,
shall overcome and shit.
yeah, because the difference between a protest and a riot, like a riot in a ghetto and a protest downtown is completely different. Like, how many times we had conversations about how too peaceful black protesters are.
Mm-hmm.
And like, y'all are being too nice out there. And when you compare the two, it wasn't even a close. Like, that conversation of white privilege can't even be had anymore, because that's what you seen on full display. That was white privilege.
Right. And the thing that was insane to me is that they was like in people's offices, like with their feet up, like just smiling, taking pictures, and some. Right, they was in Pelosi's office acting a fool. Nigga stole a damn mail. Like, why are you like?
Yeah, they was stealing files. I mean, dude had his feet kicked up. Like, I mean, it was like
Just
that
chilling.
privilege, like a motherfucker right there. You can just go into a federal building and kick your feet up on a lady's desk like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like,
and nobody says anything.
No, and they get labeled as just Trump supporters, just old good jolly Trump supporters. I'm like, no, these are fucking terrorists. They were coming in there with guns.
Yeah.
they
had guns. They had everything. They said somebody like smeared shit on the wall. Like, you know what type of savage you have to be to take a shit and then put your hand in it and smear it?
That's some white people Neanderthal shit.
Neanderthal, yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for.
So I was like, and then the cow, you had the cat coming. That one sequence where it was that black cop running around.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, all of those white guys. I'm like, imagine if that was 7 to 8 brothers and one white cop running around like that. Man, it would have been crazy. He would have been terrified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that black cop was terrified too, but he still had no excuse to pull his gun out and shoot all of them. But
right.
How many times have you seen a white cop? All he got to do is say he was, in fear for his life, and it excuses him to pull his gun out and just starts firing off.
Right. And it wasn't right. But the thing that sparked a lot of conversation was the woman that was shot and killed. Mm-hmm. And just like when one of ours is shot and killed by the hands of the police unjustly, they seem to go ahead and drag us and be like, oh, well, he owed fucking $5,000 in child support. He had fucking outstanding parking tickets. They just look up any sort of dirt. But the first thing they go to is, oh, this woman was in the Air Force and she was a patriot, all of this dumb shit. But it's like, no, she fucking stormed the Capitol and tried to climb through a window and they fucking popped her ass. Now,
damn.
Yeah. And and I'm on the side of tough break, nigga. But there are a lot of other people that are like, yo, like, it's fucked up because our people are super compassionate, which it still boggles my mind to this day how we can have been through so much bullshit and we are still able to have compassion for people who don't give a fuck about us. Like, I don't care about that woman, but there are people that are like, yo, that's wrong, because nobody wants to see anybody die. But at the same time, this is like motherfuckers that they're killing their own. Like, let's sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, and not infiltrate their mess.
Right.
Let it be a white thing. I mean, like, the fact that you had 3 brothers out there was already like, come on, and they singled them out. Because they stand out like a sore thumb. But it's like, low, don't infiltrate they shit like they did ours. When they hijacked it and they had Antifa and all of them, keep it like it is. So that's why, even though they don't want to label them thugs and shit like they should, they can't sit here and deny it. It's y'all people out there. It's Caucasian people out there causing
right.
You know what I mean? You can't blame y'all. These are the thugs, the white thugs.
Yeah, and it was what made it even more crazy was the fact that Trump went on. He gave a speech, so to speak, basically trying to condemn them, but not condemning them. Basically being like, look, you got to go home. This isn't right. But then he throws fuel on the fire, being like, but they stole the election and we got to stop the count. And so these people were just like getting.
He doesn't want to lose his supporters, his family.
Right.
He wants to run again. And I'm like, okay, you're 74, you'll be 78. You know, can't say that's too old because that's what Biden is, right?
Right.
He's got dementia, but Trump wants to keep that base, so he's got to tote the line, and he's got to kind of like, you know, you got to say the right things, but at the same time, you don't want to blow him off. But everyone in his camp, if he does run again, who's he gonna run with? Because all his people turned on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike Pence, everybody, they was like, "Nah, I'm good on this," like because you can't defend it.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? Like even the most proudest all-American white boy you can't defend this shit.
No, you can't. And even if you try to, you sound crazy. Like everybody that's ever worked with him is turning their back on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got who's that? Lindsey Graham, this guy talking about, you know, he wanted Biden to lose. He voted against him. He's like, but the fact of the matter is he won. And that was kind of a bittersweet moment for a lot of people, because it's like, these are politicians. They're like, look, we're getting back to business. Like, look, Trump, you know, you did what you did. You know, you were here. It didn't work out. Like, Trump got used. I don't understand how he doesn't understand that. Like, you got played. You're a pawn in the game. And now you're mad. Now you're fucking, you told Pence that he was a coward. You basically called him a fuck boy.
Hey, hold up. We gonna have to we got an issue here.
Okay.
I'm live, but I'm on the wrong damn channel.
Yeah, because I was looking for it too, and I was like, this shit ain't pulling up.
In this real quick, and I'm gonna hit you right back because I gotta say
All
this.
right. No problem. All right.